Morning, my dear students. Now start in third unit, load frequency control. The frequency control means to maintain the constant frequency or light load or full load conditions. If the load changes, then corresponding to the frequency changes. Load changes, then corresponding to speed changes. The speed changes, then will be change in the frequency. If the load changes, to maintain the constant frequency, to maintain the constant to maintain the constant frequency. Now start for introduction. The need for the satisfactory the operation of a power station running in parallel with the relation between the system frequency and the speed of the motor as to lead to the requirement of the close regulation of power system frequency. So in the power system means the power stations are connected in parallel. Power stations are connected in a parallel to maintain the constant frequency both plants. If the change in the changing the load, then corresponding the speed of the motors changes as to lead the requirement of the close regulation of a power system frequency. So the two power stations are connected in parallel to maintain the constant frequency, then the control system frequency, control of a system frequency load depends upon the governors of prime movers. So it means frequency and load depends upon the governors of prime movers. The governors of prime movers nothing but turbines. Turbine speed will be depends upon the load and the system frequency. The basic characteristics of governor, the relation between the turbine speed and load by carried by the turbine speed decreases. So if the basic characteristics of governor is the relation between the turbine speed well and the load. The load is increased. The load is increased, then speed is decreases. The speed is decreases to maintain the constant frequency of a power stations. The frequency is normally vary about 5 percentage between the load and between the load and full load is varied. So up to the normal changing the frequency is 5 percentage only of full load conditions are light load conditions. Full load conditions are light load conditions. So the purpose of this section is to in a general way the nature of control problems we face the determining of we face load frequency control problem. A control problem is recognized as the problem of determining the input is given the system to desire the achieve the problems, so desire to achieve desirable problems, a response in the presence of constraints. So now the next topic is voltage regulators of a turbine generators. Voltage regulators of a turbine generators. Voltage regulators for turbine generators. So now here The schematic diagram of load frequency control and the excitation of voltage regulators of turbine generators. This is the diagram for load frequency and excitation voltage controllers of a turbine generators. Automatic voltage and frequency regulations worldwide. The frequency tolerance is plus or minus 0.5. So it is the frequency changes up to 5 percentage only, nothing but 0.5 per tolerance. Available India available the tolerance frequency is the plus or minus 2.5 hedges. The change in the Indian frequency up to 2.5 hedges. So now various methods are described above can be performed with the help of automatic control equipment. There are selective frequency control and Thailand bias, load bias control. So here the load frequency and excitation control, voltage control of turbine generators. So in the figure shows the schematic diagram of load frequency and the excitation voltage control of turbine generator. If in a large interconnected system, as a manual regulation is not feasible, the load frequency regulation, voltage regulation equipment are connected individually to each generators. So here, this is the load frequency control. This is the valve control mechanism. The steam will be open or closed. This is the frequency sensor. This is the generators. This is the controllable excitations. This is the reactive power control and voltage sensors. This is on the turbines. So the controllers are set. The controllers set the particular operating conditions and they take care by the small changes in the load demand. If the change in the load demand because of a large control must be reset either manually or automatically. So the change in the terminal voltage change in the terminal voltages according to the change in load compared with the reference value with the help of voltage sensor. So here the this is the voltage sensor. If the changing the terminal voltage according the change in the load. If once the changing the load, the according to the changing the voltages, terminal voltages is compared with the some voltage reference value is by using the voltage sensor, and comparator is based on the value is obtained from the excitation unit. Here the excitation unit. So excitation unit, the excitation control of alternator is done. So if the load is changes, then corresponding the terminal voltage changes is terminal voltage changes is compared to the compared based on the values is obtained from the voltage sensor value. It is the voltage regulation is done. Next one, the frequency in is the same manner voltage in the same manner, voltage regulation is performed. The output of the frequency of alternator is sensed by this is the generator. His output came for the frequency. The output frequency of the generator is sensed and compared with the frequency sensor. So frequency compared with the comparator unit based on the output unit is this output unit is based on the steam value. Based on the steam value setting, the input power to the turbine are adjusted by the input turbines are adjusted. So finally, speed of the alternator is adjusted by the with help of turbine. This is the speed of the generator with help of turbine. So in this manner, the frequency regulation is done. The excitation control is a fast acting and compared with the frequency control. So here the two controllers are there, voltage regulator and frequency controller. So the frequency control is a fast acting controller compared to the frequency controller. The major time constant is excitation control is contributed by the generator field, where the time constant in frequency control contribute to the movement of inertia of the turbine. So the because of the voltage controller, the voltage controller is a is contributed by the generator field, where the time constant frequency is contributed to the movement of the inertia of the turbine. So the transient of an excitation control is much faster, do not affect the dynamic power system power frequency controller. So this is the So once again, so here there are comparator equipments are there, the frequency sensor and voltage sensor. This is the voltage controller. This is the controllable excitations. This is the turbine, and the load frequency control is there, and frequency sensor is based on the stream input. So here the terminal, the load will be changes, then corresponding to the terminal voltage or changes is compared with the old base value by the base value with alpha of voltage sensor. There is called as voltage excitation controller. So here the frequency sensor, the output of the generator speed is depends upon the output of the generator, output of the frequency depends upon the speed of the generators. So we compared with the base value of frequency by using the frequency sensor is called a load frequency controller. It is the valve of control mechanism. The frequency controller is contributed by the movement of inertia of the turbine, movement of the inertia of the turbines. So this is the schematic diagram of load frequency control and excitation voltage regulator of the turbine generators. So and then so here, so this is the interconnected system. That is a manual regulation is not a feasible. Is not a feasible. Load frequency control equipment is installed for each generator. Similarly, the voltage controller, voltage regulation equipment installed for each generators. And then the controllers are set a particular operating points are there, operating conditions, and take care by the small changes load demand without voltage and frequency exceeding the prescribed limits. So you know that the changing the frequency is up to 5% in the light load and full load conditions. So it does not change, does not without changing the voltage and free speed, voltage and frequency exceeding the prescribed limits. So in the change in demand, load demand becomes a large control must be raised either manually or automatically. So the change in terminal voltage according to the change in load is compared based on the value is obtained from the excitation control of alternator obtained from this unit is excitation control alternator is done. And to manage the voltage regulation is performed in a similar way. The output frequency of alternator and sensor and compared with the reference value with the alpha frequency sensor and comparator unit. So based on the output of the unit, the steam value setting, input of the turbines are adjusted. The finally, the speed of alternator is adjusted with the help of turbine. So in this manner, the frequency regulation is done, and the excitation control is a fast acting when compared to the frequency controller. The frequency control is a contributed the movement of the ratio of turbine, and excitation control is a fast acting control by the generator field where the time constant in the frequency control is a performed. So this is the schematic diagram of load frequency control and excitation control. So the next topic is necessity of frequency constant. So at all times, the power stations are interconnected in a parallel or individual operated to maintain the constant frequency. Does not maintain the constant frequency. What are the effects are involved in the transmission lines and power generation stations? The power transmitted, and then to discuss the necessity of why necessity of keeping the frequency constant. So the speed of AC motors is based on the frequency, right? So this AC drives are not much affected by the frequency variations up to 15%, but at certain applications there is a need to for constant frequency. So in the AC speed of AC motors based on the frequency is directly related to the frequency, even though the most of AC drives that does not much affected by the frequency variations of even for 1.5 10%. There are certain applications you constant to by the high order because of the frequency. The AC motors n is equal to 120 f by p, 120 by f by p. N is directly proportional to the frequency, speed is directly proportional to the frequency. And so much not affected by the frequency up to variations are 15 to 15 percentage. So 50 plus or minus 1.5. So to maintain the constant frequency here, the turbine can be safely, the next point is turbine can be safely operated up to frequency variations plus or minus 5 percentage. If the limit are exceeded, then turbine get the damage. If the once the turbine can be safely operated with the rotating the mechanical force. So ns equal to 120 by f is based on the frequency is varied, the speed is also varied. Finally the limit exceed, the frequency changes in a 5 percentage, then the change in improve the frequency in 55 50.5 percentage, 50.5 hertz, the damage, the limit of are exceeded, then turbine get a damage to, so that to maintain the constant frequency in a power stations. So next one, the most serious effect of subnormal frequencies is on the operation of thermal power plants. When reduce the frequency, blast by ID and FD fans decreases, as the result of which is generation also decreases and then become a cumulative action and maybe result in the complete shutdown of the plant. So if the most serious effect of subnormal frequency in the operation of thermal plants, if in case of reduced the frequency and ideal fans and draft fans are decreases, so the finally the speed is decreases, as the result also the result in the power generation also decreases. It became a cumulative actions and maybe result in complete shutdown of the power plant. If the frequency is reduced in thermal power plant, induced draft fans and forced draft fans also speed is also reduced. The speed is reduces, the power generation also reduces, the power generation is also the complete shutdown of the power plant, and the overall operation of the power system can be better controlled is a strict limit of frequency deviation is maintained. So you obtain the maximum efficiency of the, to get the maximum efficiency of the power plant, uh, you obtain better result in terms in the better result, it strictly limit on the frequency deviations is a to maintain the constant frequency in the power stations. And the next point is abnormal. So here, under normal operating conditions, the generators run synchronously and generated power equal the load demand plus the losses at any instant of time. The generator is connected to the grid. So here, with the frequency, the abnormal operating conditions, the synchronous generators synchronously, they are connected to the interconnected. So the so many the plants are interconnected to maintain the total power generated equal to total load demand plus losses. So at any instant of time, the generator is connected to the grid. So the number of, what is meant by grid, the number of power stations are connected, are interconnected. It is a loop. It is called as a grid. To grid to maintain the constant frequency necessary to maintain the constant frequency. Total power generation equal to total load demand plus total losses equal to power generation to maintain the constant frequency. In case of does not maintain the constant frequency, once there are power stations are connected to grid, once if it is failure, the recovery for 1 week in a 2 weeks. So to maintain the constant frequency in the power plant. And then the next, under frequency operation, the power transformer is not a desirable for a constant system voltage. Frequency below the normal value of flux in the core is increases. So B maximum equal to V maximum equal to V by F. V maximum equal to V by F. So flux density equal to frequency by flux. So here, once frequency is a low, the flux density is a low. So so the flux is increasing. The flux is increasing, then corresponding to the iron losses will be increasing. The frequency is reduced, iron losses will be increasing. So flux is increasing, the iron voltage V maximum by F. So V maximum by F. So the voltage changes, then corresponding to the frequency changes. The frequency is below, the flux density is increasing. The flux density is increasing, then corresponding to the core in the flux in the transformer is increasing. The flux is increasing depends of iron losses, depends upon the iron losses. Flux will be depends upon the iron losses. Once iron losses will be increasing, the performance of the power transformer is a uh, decreases. So to maintain the constant frequency in the power transformers. So under the frequency operation of power transformer, constant vary voltage loads of saturations. So load scheduling is done with the help of under frequency relays, which is automatically and disconnect the blocks of a loads and load scheduling. So here and there are may result not a below done, but maybe even damage of the transformer wire winding to overload because of once the core losses will be increasing, the voltage of the transformer is windings are burned. So we know that the equation of EMF equation of transformer V equal to 4.44 pi Fn. F is directly proportional to 1 by pi. If the frequency is reduced and a flux is core is increases, the flux will be increases and current will be increases once the transformer windings may be burned. So and when the generator is connected to the grid, the speed is locked to the grid system. To maintain the constant frequency is always to maintain the constant frequency in the power stations. Thank you.